Okay, today's video is about IELTS reading. It's a very important module, and it's a very important skill. I believe that extensive reading is the solution to many of IELTS issues that students suffer from. So for example, extensive reading can help you to improve not only your reading, but it also helps you to write better, improve your writing, improve your vocabulary, improve your expressions. So try to read as much as you can, and try to read a variety of books, not only fiction. You can read non-fiction, you can read magazines, newspaper articles, whatever you can find to read. This will definitely improve your vocabulary, which is very useful in attempting different questions and question types in IELTS. The texts in IELTS are not easy. So, and why a text is difficult? Because of the sophisticated vocabulary and expressions. So reading will improve your expressions, reading will improve your vocabulary. So from today onwards, try to make a habit of reading every day. I mean, the best thing you can do is to read at least 2 to 3 pages every day. I mean, that is something, and that piles up, and you will see the difference in a very short time. See the structure of the course today. It is our third lecture. If you haven't watched my lecture 1 and lecture 2, I would suggest you to go back and watch that first, and then watch this. Excuse me. So the timing of the test is 60 minutes, and there is no extra transfer time for both academic and general training reading modules. There are 40 questions, and a variety of question types are used. They are almost the same as we did in listening. So you don't have to worry. You will see examples of each of these different types on the coming slides. Okay, there are 3 sections in this reading module. The total text length is 2150 and 2750 words for both academic reading and general training reading. For both these types of IELTS, you will have this word length. Okay, let me choose the pencil. Okay, this is your word length. So what you can do from now onward is to choose different texts. It could be articles, it could be magazines, it could be whatever, which is this much length. Okay, and give yourself time. Every time you read something, give yourself some time, or means time your activity, and next time try to beat your own record. This is how you will improve speed, and this is how you will improve your comprehension. So first of all, let us talk about academic reading. Each section contains one long text taken from magazines, books, journals, and newspapers. These texts have been written for a non-specialist audience. What does that mean? Non-specialist audience means that it would be free of jargon, it would be free of technical terms. So for example, if you read a research paper, a chemistry or biology in front of me, I mean, I would not understand most of it, because that is a specialist, that is for a specialist audience. So we are non-specialist. I mean, we means that people who are doing IELTS, or people who are doing these types of exams, they could be scientists, they could be people from literary background, they could be people from other backgrounds. So that's why they choose something which is good for everybody, and are on academic topics of general interest. Texts are appropriate to test takers entering undergraduate and postgraduate studies, which means that the level of difficulty or complexity is perfectly suitable for undergraduate and postgraduate studies, or people who are aiming to go for these studies. Texts may contain non-verbal material such as diagrams, graphs or illustrations. Non-verbal is obviously shapes, diagrams, as this statement says. If texts contain technical terms, then a simple glossary is provided. So these two things now are absolutely in harmony with each other. You could see that. So this is a non-specialist audience text, and in case sometimes one or two words slip into the text which are technical, then a glossary is given. Glossary means at the end of the text you will have the meaning of those difficult words, so you shouldn't worry about that. But obviously you need to improve your vocabulary, because not every word is given. These are only those words which are technical terms or technical words, or sometimes they are the words which are obsolete, old, not used anymore. Right, so let us look at general training reading first. It contains 2 or 3 short factual texts, one of which may be composite, consisting of 6 to 8 short texts related by topic, for example, hotel advertisements. Right, so 2 or 3 short factual texts, and I mean, one of them would be composition, or a pile of 6 to 8 short texts, a group of 6 to 8 short texts. Topics are relevant to everyday life in an English-speaking country, for example, hotel advertisements or accommodation announcements, all that type of stuff. Section 2 is 2 short factual texts focusing on work-related issues, for example, applying for jobs, company policies, pay and conditions, workplace facilities, staff development and training. So the topic would be one of these, and it would be 2 short factual texts. In section 3, you will have 1 longer, more complex text on a topic of general interest. And texts are taken from notices, advertisements, company handbooks, official documents, books, magazines and newspaper. You can understand that the complexity of general training reading is lower than the complexity of academic training reading. These are of more practical use type of texts, for example, advertisements and company notebooks and official reports, whereas the academic writing is more reading is from books and journal articles and more of an academic style writing. Okay, so there are 40 questions and a variety of question types are used. For example, multiple choice questions, identifying information, true, false, not given, probably the most confusing one, matching information and all that, and a sample of each category on the next slides. So don't worry about my not reading all of these categories. We will be looking at them one by one. All right, number 1. So you will have multiple choice questions like that. Write the correct letters in box 1 and 2 on your answer sheet. So you will have that on answer sheet. This list below gives some of the advantages of employing older workers. Which 2 advantages are mentioned by the writer of the text? For example, you have A through G, different options, and you have to choose from them. So this is just a simple introduction to multiple choice questions. So this is how the questions will come, and remember that these are the questions from the past papers. Multiple choice question is a very important skill, and if you want to know more about multiple choice question, I have made a complete video lecture on multiple choice question, which is lecture number 4. So if you go back, watch that, you will definitely like it, and it would be definitely useful for you. Identifying information, true, false and not given. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the reading passage? So in boxes 1 to 3 on your answer sheet, write true, false or given. So if the statement agrees with the information, if the statement contradicts or disagrees with the information, if there is no information. Okay, Marie Curie's husband was a joint winner of both marriage Nobel prizes. Right, so if the information is given straight away, it is true. If it contradicts, means if it says no, she wasn't or he wasn't given any Nobel prizes, then it is false. But if there is no mention of anything, then it is not given. Probably sometime in the future I will make a video, separate video, on identifying information true, false and not given, which is actually I have, so I will upload this very soon, so you don't worry about that. Matching information, we have done that in our listening skill as well. It is very same. So what you have is here, write the correct letter A through E in boxes 7 to 10 on your answer sheet. So you will have that on answer sheet. So black powder, what is, I mean, does that match with C, or does that go with D, does that go with D? So you have to match these information on your answer sheet. So you're choosing the letters which match with the numbers. Okay, matching headings. This is comparatively easy. I tell you how. Choose the correct heading for each section from the list of headings below. Write the correct number, these in boxes 1 to 4 on your answer sheet. So these are the list of headings. So for example is section B is heading 1. Okay, now headings are the main idea of a paragraph or a topic or a writing or a piece of means speech or writing, text, paragraph. What is how do you decide? You read the first sentence. Most of the time the first sentence is the topic sentence of any paragraph or any piece of writing. So from that you can understand what is the topic of this piece of writing, and from that it is very easy to determine which heading should be given to this this question. That is how you do it. Next, matching sentence ending. Complete each sentence with correct ending A through F below. Write the correct letter A through F in boxes 1 and 3 on answer sheet. So what you have to do is, on your answer sheet you will have spaces for these three. Harkness's research method was different to that of other writers because, and then you if you think that it is D, then write D in question number 1 on your answer sheet. If you think it is F, write F in front of number 1 on your answer sheet. So this is how you do it. Move on. Table completion. Choose no more than 3 words from the passage for each answer. Let me choose the pen for this. This is very important. Okay, if you choose more than 3 words in simple ways, you will get 0 mark for that. No marks are awarded if you don't follow the instructions. Okay, write your answer in boxes 9 to 13 on your answer sheet. Okay, so these are the places where you have to write at least I mean 1 word and maximum 3 words, not more than that. Even if it is numbers, then it should be 3, not more than that. Flow chart completion. This is a kind of flow chart which flows down this way, that way. So once again, choose no more than 3 words to answer your questions. So how a caloric restriction mimetic works. So CR mimetic, less 1, and then obviously from reading the text you will understand and pick an answer and write it here, but no more than 2 words. Okay, follow this instruction. Sometimes 3 words, sometimes 2 words, so you have to follow, you must follow that. Do it. Note completion is it's more like sentence completion. and see that choose one word only from the passage for each of them. So here it is one word, so you must follow that instruction. So you read the sentence and then you fill in this blank space, and then that's it. But remember one thing, I have made a separate video on sentence completion. So notes completion and sentence completion are almost the same, so watch that as well, and that will definitely help you to complete this section or this type of question successfully. Once you use a word, try to read the whole sentence and see whether it sits properly or no. Does that make sense? Is there any grammatical issues, or there are any grammatical contradictions? This is how different types of tests you give to this sentence after you fill in the blank space. Next one, sentence completion. Sentence completion, note completion are very similar, as you can see from the previous slide, and now this slide, it is almost the same. So you have to use one word. I wouldn't say many things about it because I've made a separate lecture on that. So if you want to know more about sentence completion in detail, I have used different criteria to understand and to judge how to complete a sentence using grammatical structures, semantic and structural devices to see how to complete a sentence successfully and carefully. So watch that video as well. Hopefully that will definitely help you. And there is one more, which is a summary completion. Summary completion is sometimes this way. Sometimes it is in this style, and sometimes it is in this style. So what you have here is you have a paragraph, and you can see there are some blank spaces here. You can see that questions, different types of questions are related or linked. Isn't it more like sentence completion? So if you understand sentence completion perfectly, you understand notes completion and you understand summary completion. That's why I have made a separate video on sentence completion, and you will be surprised how detailed that is and how small tips which I've given in that can change your grades and bands. Okay, so in this style of question you will have some options here down here, so from A to F. Okay, so for example, if you think that in number one B is the right option, so you just write B or complex. Okay, so this is how you do it. Here you don't have the options. What you have to do is you have to choose no more than 2 words from the passage or the text, and you have to fill in the blank space here. Okay, so these were some of the types of questions that come in your reading module. So what skills are assessed? A wide range of reading skills are assessed, including, so reading for gist means what is the whole piece about. Reading for main ideas, what are the main ideas described or discussed in that. So for example, a text could be about global warming. Okay, so this is one major topic. Inside that, what are the main ideas? What main ideas are discussed? For example, the reasons of global warming, which countries are badly affected by global warming, how long will it take to reverse this, or to stop this, or to slow down this. These are different ideas. Okay, reading for detail. Reading for detail means that once you read a text, you know each and everything. So this comes with practice. More reading, more complex material, you will definitely get more reading skills. Okay, improve your reading skills. Understanding inferences and implied meanings. Now inference means and implied meaning, let me explain these two things. Inference is that when you guess something from the given information. Okay, so for example, if I say that she died of a disease, that was at stage 4 and it was incurable. Okay, so you understand it is cancer, but I did not use the word cancer, but you inferred from the given information, from two pieces of given information. Number one, stage 4. Number two, incurable. So you know that this is the disease which is known for its stages, or stages are special terminology used to describe the status of cancer. Implied meaning could be, I mean, it is very similar to inference. Implied is hidden, okay, which is not clearly stated, which is not clearly or explicitly mentioned. So imply means the writer wants to say, I mean, the writer has written a sentence, but he means different things from that. Implied. So that is implied or hidden meaning. Okay. So recognizing writer's opinion and attitudes. So do you understand what does the writer want to say? What are his or her opinions? What are his or her attitudes? So this is all assessed in your reading module. Okay, so as with other skills, each correct answer receives 1 mark in reading as well. Scores out of 40 are converted to IELTS 9 band scale, and scores are reported in the whole or the half band 6.5 and 7. So this is same for every module. Now you need to read a lot to gain proficiency in reading and writing tasks. And I love this quote. It says, there is only one place in the world where success comes before work, and that is dictionary. So that means that if you want to achieve success, you have to work hard. Only dictionary is one place where success comes before work. I mean, without working, success, because S is before W. So that's why it's the entry thing. Otherwise, you need to work hard or work smart, and then you will get success. So the only way to succeed in reading and writing modules here is extensive reading. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you like it. I wish you all the best. Bye.